to The Daily Show. I am your host, Marlon Wayans. I know you're asking yourself, how the did I become the host? Well, they spun a wheel with all the Wayans' name on it, and it landed on me. That's right. As you know, my entire family is in the business. We're like the Trumps, except my dad doesn't want to my sister. All right, let's get into headlines. It was a great weekend for comedy specials. I know my brother Chris Rock had his thing, and I also had a new special come out. God Loves Me, available right now on HBO Max. Brothers, you can't bootleg streaming. But you can share passwords. But let's be real. The funniest comedy special last weekend was the CPAC, or as I like to call it, Crazy White People. If you don't know about it, it's an annual event where all the Karens and their husbands come together and they complain about the rest of us. The Karens and the Darrens. And we watched it, so you didn't have to.
The Biden administration sucks.
This can never be said at a Democrat gathering. Look at all the beautiful women here.
Wokeness is a virus more dangerous than any pandemic, hands down.
We will support baby boomers, and we will support baby bonuses for a new baby boom. How does that sound? That sounds pretty. I want a baby boom. To use a strong couple of words, insane asylum. Insane asylum, that's where, anybody see Silence of the Lamb? That's where they come from.
Check under your seats. If there happens to be a gold chocolate bar underneath there, that's a VIP. Oh, I'm not joking. That's a VIP ticket to my father's reception tomorrow at CPAC.
What the is with his fingers? Why does he have hot dog's fingers from everything, everywhere, all at once? It looks like 10 limp dicks playing piano. I like how Donald Jr.'s always like, Democrats are pedophiles. Anyway, if you come with me, I'll give you chocolate. But you know what? I'd like to invite everyone here to look under their seats. Please, go ahead, look under your seats. Look. Does anyone see my AirPods? I've been looking all over for them. I hate those little tricky white bitches. The worst part about the stunt is that Trump was leaving chocolate bars on the floor. You know who's gonna find that? A rat. A rat is gonna show up and be like, where the is Donald? I got ideas, man. Border wall, we need a border maze. If they get past that, bam, sticky pads, bitch. But it wasn't just Don Jr. All these people are wildin'. Some of those guys was throwing shots too. It went from CPAC to Tupac real quick. They were like, first off, pronouns and the gender you claim. And some of that shit make no sense at all. Like Nikki Haley said, wokeness is more dangerous than a pandemic. I never had to miss 2 weeks of work because of wokeness. And I'm damn sure Herman Cain didn't die because he walked into a gender-neutral bathroom. Now, let's move on to sports. We all know the NBA stopped calling players for carrying a long time ago, but apparently you can still get in trouble for carrying a gun.
Memphis Grizzlies standout point guard Ja Morant is facing scrutiny after appearing to flash a gun in a video shared on his Instagram Live.
The Grizzlies announcing the All-Star will be sitting out at least 2 games as the NBA conducts an investigation of what he did live on Instagram. Seen here showing off a gun at a nightclub hours after his team lost Friday night. Morant has since apologized, saying in a statement, "I'm going to take some time away to get help and work on learning better methods of dealing with stress and my overall well-being."
I'm sorry, but that don't look stressed at all. Look at all the stress on his face. I've never seen somebody so stressed. This is stress. How is that even an explanation? I pulled the gun out because I was stressed. So is that like an emotional support gun? Like, who grabs a gun because you're stressed? You never heard of chamomile? I'm just saying, I think mental health issues have been too destigmatized. Even guys trying to act gangster are like, yo, I'm gonna let you off because my therapist says this misplaced anger. I need to go home and unpack this shit, homie. I gotta assume some accountability for this bitch, you know what I'm saying? But also, what the is up with the tiny gun? It's so tiny. It looks like a gun that the sexy Russian lady pulls out in a Bond movie. He went to the gun store and asked for a pussy galore. I've never seen a man pull out a gun and be less threatening. We got beef? How you hold your gun like this? The gangs in West Side Story were more threatening than that. And they were singing show tunes. And finally, let's move on to a lighter subject. Slavery. Most people now agree that slavery was wrong, but apparently California is the only one that feels bad about it.
California will soon decide whether or not to give reparations to its black citizens. Right now, the California Task Force is meeting in Sacramento to assess how much each citizen might receive. One consideration is roughly $360,000 per eligible resident.
The task force is still working to determine what it believes reparations should involve, which could include cash payments, grants, and tuition assistance.
There's only one thing that would stop our children from busting into these liquor stores and grocery stores, stealing junk food and stealing different things, and that's reparations. There's only one thing that would stop our kids from busting into these jewelry stores, stealing watches and jewelry, and that's reparations.
Damn it, I agree with the Monopoly man. We need to let black people pass go and collect $200. It's time for some free parking, damn it. I just love how he was getting more threatening that he was talking. We need reparations. Otherwise, we're going to rob liquor stores and jewelry, bitch. I stole this motherfucking watch. You can see all the black folk behind him like, was this the best guy we could get to represent us? He looks so sophisticated with the little hat on. And you seen the watch? It was nice till I found out he stole it. I don't know where they're getting the money from, but I know where they should get it from. Fruit of the Loom. They always saying that shit is 100% cotton. Pay up, bitch. And they said every black person is gonna get $360,000. What if you're mixed? You only get half? So Zendaya's only good for $180K? So what does Chet Hanks get?
Go sucker your mama dirty stinking crotches. Spit on your granny grill.
That wigger gotta be worth at least 25 grand. For more on these reparations, we go to Roy Wood Jr.
What's up? Yeah.
What's up, Roy?
Hey, homie, what's cracking? What's cracking, homie? Marlon, good to see you. What's up? What's side? Yeah.
Why are you talking like that?
That's how we always talk out here in Cali, in the Bay Area. You smell me? West Side, Van Nuys, chicken and waffles, Too Short, Surf's Up, Snowfall, Franklin Saint, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me put on my authentic Cali hat. See? Boom, see? Now I look like the homie. I look just like the homie.
Roy,
He's from Cali, I'm from Cali.
Stop it. You're from Alabama. Stop talking like that. You sound like Chet Hanks.
Shut your hating ass up and play along. Black people from all over about to start claiming California. I'm trying to get mine first. This is the Black Gold Rush. Just trying to get paid.
You know, I will say I'm surprised that out of all the states, it's California that's proposing reparations.
Oh, definitely. It is a big surprise. You know, you got to give props to California, my home state, for doing this. You know, they did it before Alabama, before Georgia, before South Carolina, and California was a free state. Most of the slaves in California was just people playing slaves in movies. Jamie Foxx, LeVar Burton, Cynthia Erivo, Amistad.
You mean Jaimin Hansu?
His name ain't Amistad. Well, I guess it's always Black History Month. I learned something new.
Roy, one reason why I know you're not from California is because you think 360 grand can take you far. It may take you far in Alabama, but not LA. That's gonna dry up real quick after rent, gas, and cocaine.
Okay. True, you're right. So then how about this? Instead of splitting up the reparation money, you know, amongst all the black folks,
right,
enter every black person into a reparations lottery, and one person gets all the money. It's like Powerball, but for slavery.
You on to something. I like that.
Yeah.
Black Powerball.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But a lottery, man, that's a dumb idea for reparation.
You think it's dumb. You think a lottery with a bunch of black people, you think that's dumb. You, of all people, should support a lottery, Marlon. Statistically speaking, the odds are is that the winner gonna be a Wayans. It's 58 of y'all, last I checked. It's like 73 Wayans.
You know what? Now that you put it like that, I like this lottery idea.
Yeah.
But aren't you gonna be mad if someone else gets all that money?
No, I ain't tripping if another black person win the money. Whoever win the black lottery, I'm just gonna borrow the money from him because he my cousin.
But you don't know who it is.
It don't matter. Once they win the money, they're gonna be my cousin. Speaking of which, is it too late to become a Wayans? I can do the paperwork.
All right, Roy Wayans Jr., everyone.